Hey guys, welcome back to the Project B-Ball channel. My name is Ryan Minagi, and this will be my last official review series episode. I'm still going to be about on the channel, don't worry about that guys. Since there's new members on the team, I want to give them more opportunities to record solo videos and further their involvement in the channel. So I will take a little bit of step back on doing review series videos, but I'll definitely still be on the channel's bigger videos and helping out on the tournaments and all that kind of stuff. So don't worry about that. So we got two games I need to talk about. We got the Lakers Rockets game and then Clippers Nuggets game. These ones I'm just gonna go in depth into like basketball X and O's and like coaching a little bit. Like I'm not just gonna generalize it like I do sometimes. Okay, Lakers Rockets. With the small ball lineup, it's just never gonna work. I'm saying it here and now. It's just not gonna work how they play. Small ball works like how the Lakers ran it. They had Anthony Davis, who playing him at center. You can kind of say small ball or not. Who cares? They did drop down their rotation. They stopped playing JaVale and Dwight, right? With how they were playing, right? They just did small ball better than the Rockets because they're running some sort of offense. The Rockets don't do any sort of offense. Just ISO, just kick and drive. Honestly, it's either Westbrook, Gordon, or Harden taking someone off the dribble, and then they bring the weak side help over, you then throw it to the corner, and then the corner, if it's open, you take the shot. If it's not, you throw it to the wing. If that's open, blah blah blah. If there's good rotations, the whole thing gets screwed up because Harden, Westbrook, and Eric Gordon takes 6 seconds doing random dribbles that don't do anything. Then they finally beat their dude off the dribble, and then the rotation happens, and they're down to 8 seconds, and then it's just a Harden ISO, and hope he makes the shot. That's literally how the whole series felt after game 1. The Lakers' rotation defense is incredible. Yes, they have some lapses here and there, but the way they were rotating, it was just incredible. I give Frank Vogel all the effort, praise for that. I've never seen a LeBron team play that great on rotation defense in my life. And I've been watching LeBron since 2011, so this is incredible stuff. Even on the Miami Heat, I don't even remember them rotating like this great. Those Miami Heat teams. This Laker team, it's offensively elite, but its defense is on a whole nother level. Anthony Davis is probably the main reason why that is, but also LeBron's intensity in the playoffs. Obviously, LeBron's defensive prowess increases in the playoffs because it truly matters to him now. And yeah, if you look, LeBron always has played better in defense in the playoffs. And also, LeBron's minutes have not been that crazy these last 2 series. So if you do play a team like the Clippers, Nuggets, or the Heat or Celtics in the finals, you should be you shouldn't be tired. There's no fatigue for him either. It's crazy. More on what the Lakers were doing, right? Originally I thought they were gonna do the hunt technique, which is something I kind of made up. It's where LeBron will just destroy one player on the other team, which is going at Westbrook, or he did on Curry, or he did it on Terry Rozier, he did it on Darren Collison, he did it on Kyle Lowry, and all the other point guards, where he just hunts they did it a little bit in a couple games, but they didn't just abuse it, just because I don't know why I think if it was closer games, then it would make sense. But since the leads were just so crazy, it just didn't make any sense just to keep doing that every possession. But against maybe the Clippers next round, he's gonna go at Lou Williams, obviously, and probably Patrick Beverley, but I'm not and maybe Landry Shamet, depending on how the Clippers play. Also they have or for the Nuggets, he'll go at Gary Harris or Jamal every possession down. Other than that, Mike D'Antoni said that he's not coming back, which I think is a good idea for him. I think he needs to move away from these high-paced offensive teams, those Suns, the Rockets. He has having success there. It doesn't make sense for him at this point. I would say why don't you help out the team like the 76ers who need help on that offensive end, and he can create some cool new system here. He can revolutionize the game. I feel like he has that type of potential. On the Rockets, I hope they get a coach that can run off-ball stuff with James Harden. Like, you need to add a dynamic to your offense to make it like unpredictable. All they were doing was like a double Harden near half court, right? And then after that, they just played amazing rotation defense, and the Rockets' offense was just dead. And obviously, the Rockets weren't playing with all their heart. A lot of the loose balls, the rebounds, offensive rebounds went to the Lakers side. So I don't know. I think the Rockets need to they need to figure something out here. Harden's had their piece away. I don't agree with him. I would say this: if they can get a coach who can utilize both Harden and Westbrook to their full potential, so like using Westbrook, you need a center. Like he needs his pick and roll partner. I like obviously you can spread their minutes and all that type of stuff. So the center doesn't have to. He can start the game and then play with Westbrook in the beginning of the second quarter and at the end of the third quarter. That's all the center needs to do. Play 15-ish minutes just to be with Westbrook, so Westbrook still has his pick and roll partner, and then you guys have all the shooters around. Rockets do have like a mid-level. They may be able to get a center. I'm not sure what the free agency things are looking at right now. Obviously, they want to be under the luxury tax, so, and I know they're like very close, or like after the mid-level they might hit it. So depending on what a franchise wants to do, if it wants to pay the luxury tax, then yeah, go for it. But either two options I see: you get a new coach and try it out with a different system, or you just blow the team up. I don't think you'll be able to trade Westbrook on an open market. I think, like, even though you guys wouldn't want to trade Harden, but like it's a possibility if you guys, because like you guys had your chances. You guys last 3 years, almost, you guys had chances, and nothing came of it. You just shortcomings, honestly. As a Rockets fan, how would I feel? I feel like timing. It's incredible. Like, your guys' timing was like the worst. You guys had to face the Warriors and then make sure you had a chance with our Lakers defense. It's just incredible, right? I think if I'm the Houston Rockets franchise, I'll think about like blowing up the roster, because there's no point. You tried everything to make the system work for the last 4 years. D'Antoni's left. The new coach is not going to run the same thing D'Antoni ran. Because then what's the point? You obviously didn't work for the last 4 years. You're going to have to run something new. I just don't see it. This roster is either getting blown up or they're trying some off-ball stuff with a new type of coach. I think Nate McMillan from the Pacers might be a good idea. I don't know. Who else will be there? Billy Donovan might be an idea they might think about. I wouldn't suggest that, because he's probably just gonna run the same thing as D'Antoni anyway. So, or you can get a new coach, like Chauncey Billups is going for a GM job. Sorry, like you can try to get a new coach or a different style of coach. I feel like, yeah, I'm not sure what else these Rockets can do at this point, because I feel like it's a waste. Like, going for it over and over again. Harden's wasting his career there at this point. Even though he's doing all these things for the city of Houston, I think it's just for him. He needs to move on. So is Westbrook, but I think Westbrook's untradeable at this point anyway. So next, we gotta talk about the Clippers Nuggets game. Nikola Jokic is better than Giannis. That's my hot take of this season. And you guys can say whatever you want in the comment section. What I base my players on is playoff performance. Nikola Jokic performed way better than Giannis has done in these playoffs. And when we make our top 10 list of the best players from the playoffs and the regular season, you best believe Giannis is going to be lower than Nikola Jokic on that list. And Nikola Jokic's spot is going to be up like 4 or 5 from his original spot on my regular season list. He is unguardable, pretty much, with what the Clippers' weapons are. Obviously, like, when he's dribbling up the ball, like, there's things you can do, but like, he's just shooting over all their big men. Zubac, Harrell. I'm pretty sure Harrell can't even play any of the series just because how much he's getting destroyed on the offensive end by like the Nuggets. So Harrell and Lou Williams hasn't hit that much. His 3-point shooting is cold. Paul George has come alive, and Kawhi has come alive. Obviously, those guys have to. But like, this person now is just getting taken advantage of by Mike Malone. Mike Malone's an amazing coach for that reason. I don't know. These Nuggets win games in impossible situations. They came back from 3-1 against the Jazz. They pretty much can come back 3-1 against the Clippers. I don't know. Truly depends. Like on Kawhi on Game 7, like he needs to come out like how he did against the Sixers those couple of years ago, or last year. Sorry, he needs to just be like himself. He's obviously been like himself, but he just needs to take over, probably like drop a 50 bomb or something like that. And then on the Nuggets side, just keep what you're doing because the Clippers obviously haven't figured it out. I was reading through some Reddit threads, right? And some Twitter threads. Clippers fans are talking about how Doc Rivers hasn't changed the game plan much. I don't know if I agree with that because I think he's starting to play a little bit more small, which is just like what they're doing is the Nuggets to combat that, right? So instead of pick and rolling, because like if you're switching, like the pick and roll, it does just not work because the switch would just obviously stop that. But like when you do a Jamal Murray and Jokic pick and roll, right? So obviously like someone small, like whoever's guarding Murray and whoever's guarding Jokic, like you can obviously put like Kawhi on Murray and you can put George on Murray and Kawhi on Jokic, and you could just switch it, like, which is an idea I hope the Clippers are thinking about. I don't know if they're doing it necessarily, but if you do that, then like you can put Jokic Jokic is on the post against Kawhi, and like if you're the Clippers, you would be fine if Jokic does take advantage of Kawhi in the post, but if not, like, you should let it be. But if it's a pick and fade, your Jokic is just hitting every shot from the pick and fade. It's just impossible. And the Nuggets they just win close games. I don't know what else to tell you. Elimination games, these guys just win them, except against the Blazers last year, but this year, they haven't lost a single elimination game yet. I'm interested in what they're going to do in Game 7. This is definitely going to be interesting Game 7 on basketball, X and O's type of stuff. I want to see what Doc Rivers does to change up his game plan. I think Montrezl Harrell's not going to play much. I think Lou Williams has to come alive. And I think the Nuggets seriously have a good chance. The momentum is in their favor. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Lakers Nuggets conference finals actually might be in the works, and it could be the Clippers' curse because they never made the conference finals in their whole history as a franchise. Obviously, the Clippers' curse is the injuries and all that type of stuff, but like I don't know, it's just not a great matchup for the Nuggets, the Clippers, because of what Jokic can do. If I'm speaking ahead, a Clippers-Lakers series, like I think if the way the Nuggets are playing, the way the Clippers are playing now, the Lakers should be able to be fine. But like if the Clippers play true to themselves, the Lakers need. I'm being real with you. Danny Green and KCP need to hit like as many like 4 threes a game each to make sure we're still in the game. I obviously, like, ceiling wise, I think the Clippers have the better overall roster. If, like, everyone's playing true to their potential, the Clippers have the better roster. But the Lakers are more consistent. That's what I'm saying. But if we do play the Nuggets, I'm scared for any elimination game because these guys just win elimination games. So, like, even a 3-1 lead, the Lakers are up 3-1 against the Nuggets, I'll still be scared because I just don't know what's gonna happen. These Nuggets are just too good. But when we have Davis, I think it's much easier for us to guard a Jokic because we actually have someone to throw at when he does his pick and fake. Because Davis can guard the perimeter a little bit, but that's also like really depending on who else we're playing. Because like then like the rim becomes a little bit open. But if you have JaVale or Dwight, but like then if you have JaVale and Dwight in the game with Davis against the Nuggets, like there kind of could be like some stuff the Nuggets can do to pull Davis out, right? Pull Davis out away from the rim, and then also pull the other center away from the rim, because that's also possible. And then you could just take advantage of Dwight or JaVale off the dribble and take mid-ranges and stuff like that. That is possible. But if we play smaller, which I hope we're doing, we need to still be able to guard the rim. It's like what the Lakers been successful on is trapping and double teaming and rotational defense. I don't know why would you do that against the Nuggets necessarily, because like Jamal Murray isn't like Like, I guess you can double team him and you can still do the same runoff strategy. But like, would you double team Jokic in this situation? See, I'm not an NBA coach here, right? I don't know like all the little details from film and all that type of stuff, like what coaches are really thinking. But like, I'm trying to think about this practically. If Jokic is bringing the ball up, do you double team him and then you do your amazing rotational defense and see if it works? Do you try to run these Nuggets off the 3-point line? What do you do? There's a lot of situations you have to do because these guys are not explosive as the Rockets, but they can be, right? I think their defense has actually been improved though, so like, really depends on what the Lakers coaching staff does. Because I trust the Lakers coaching staff. Frank Vogel, Phil Handy, Jason Kidd. Those guys are three amazing coaches. Jason Kidd and Frank Vogel obviously doing a lot of the defensive work, and then LeBron, Rondo, Phil Handy doing the offensive work. I think the Lakers Nuggets series will be more interesting on a coaching standpoint, because I would love to see our Lakers coaching staff, Phil Handy, Jason Kidd, and Frank Vogel versus Mike Malone. I don't know any of his assistants. Sorry about that. Like, it'd be interesting on the coaching standpoint, but then obviously we do LA versus LA, right? Like, it's more the storylines. Like, the media is gonna go at it every day. Like, all those media people, like, it's gonna be more hype. Like, already ratings are down for the NBA, and then football just started. Like, no one's gonna care about our Lakers Nuggets conference final, right? Everyone cares about the Lakers Clippers. That's probably gonna be more ratings than the NBA Finals in itself, right? But the Clippers don't make it, so I can see the refs trying to pull something here to put in favor of the NBA ratings. I'm just saying, it is possible. It has happened before, like the Lakers Kings series back in the day, right? If the refs do ruin Game 7 for the Nuggets, just know that it just has to be because they're rating-wise, because like the ratings are already down. So I'm going a little too much on a limb here about like ratings and all that type of stuff, but it is possible. Anything is possible. Other than that, this is just a bunch of ranting from me. I'm not. Wasn't anything clear I said, honestly. Like, there's a lot of stuff I did say. If you guys have questions, you can ask in the comment section down below. My prediction is, I think the Clippers are gonna win Game 7, just because it's like Kawhi is gonna be the best player on the court, and usually I would say like the best player on the court will win the series. So I think Kawhi is gonna will his team over the Nuggets, but it's still incredible what the Nuggets have been doing, making teams scared and all this type of stuff. Other than that, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, the notification button. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.